This is the ninth module of SQL Learning series. In this video, we will talk about the transaction log backup. Transaction log backup contains all transaction log records that have been made between the last transaction log backup or the first full backup. Like this is the transaction log backup which we took at 1 p.m. So this to start the log backup we must have for a full backup because full backup will act as a base for the transaction logs backups. Like now we took the full backup at am and after that we took the log backup at 1 p.m. So this log backup have the log records from the first full backup which is 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. and the next log backup which we took at 4 p.m. This backup contains the log records from the last log backup which we took at 1 p.m. until the time when we took this log backup which is 4 p.m. So transaction log backups, we can use these backups to restore the database in point in time. And transaction log backups are incremental in nature. To restore the last transaction backups, we have to restore all the previous backups also. While we have seen in the differential backups, they are cumulative in nature. To restore the last differential backup, no need of the previous differential backups because the last differential backup contains the records, contains the backups of all the previous differential backup as well. So we have to take the transaction backup regular to control the size of the log file. If we will not take the log backup regular and there is no interval set for the log records, then it may possible that the transaction logs may grow unlimited. So to keep the log size minimum, we have to set the frequency of the transaction log backups. As when we have to take the log backups as per Microsoft standard, the first we have to take the full backups occasionally. For example, we can set once in a week. There should be one full backup. Then there is a series of the differential backup which is optional. Like we can set that daily there is should be one differential backup, and then there will be the frequency for the log backups. This frequency of the log backup depends on some factors like how much important the data for the organization, what is the size of the data, and how much is the workload of the server. So according to these parameters, we can set the frequency of the log backups. We can set the frequent interval of the log backup like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, and the transaction log backups available in full recovery model. Full recovery model supports the transaction log backup, and also bulk log recovery model supports the transaction log backup. The transaction log file truncation occurs automatically if the recovery model is simple. In the recovery model simple, there is no we cannot take the log backup, but the transactions are still saving in the log files for a certain amount of time, and when the checkpoint occurs, these transactions are cleared from the log file and the space we can reuse for the other transaction. And if it is the full recovery model, the log truncation will occur when we will take the log backup. Like we have took this log backup at 4 p.m. and if this much space is used, this space will be free and we can reuse this space for the other transaction. So in full recovery backup, when we took the log backup, the truncation occurs in the log file. The truncation will not reduce the size of the log file. Size of the log file will remain the same, but the space will be free to reuse for the other transactions. To reduce the file size, we have to use the shrink command, which is not recommended because it will affect the performance as well. So to control the size of the log file, we must have to take the regular backups. Now we will go to the demo in the SQL Server Management Studio, and we will see there how to take the log backups and then how we can restore these backups. This is the SQL Server Management Studio, and here we will see the demo for the log backups, and we will follow these steps to take the log backup and then to restore them. First, we will check the recovery model of the database. Our example database is TradingDB, and recovery models, all recovery models for the transaction log backup except the simple recovery model. And then I will create a table in this TradingDB, and I will insert some records in this table, and after that I will take the first full backup of TradingDB database. Then I will insert some more records in the table, and after that I will take the differential backup, which this differential backup has only changes from the last full backups. After that again I will insert some records in the table, and I will take the first log backup. Then again I will insert more records in the table, and I will take the second log backup. Now due to any reason I have to restore my database, there is some problem, it's required to restore the database. So I have the backups, I have the full backup, I have differential backup, I have the log backups. So what will be the uh, order to restore these backups? First I will restore the full backup. First full backup I will restore with the option of no recovery. No recovery mean there are more backups need to restore. After restoring the full backup, I will restore the differential backup with no recovery option, and then I will restore the log backup with no recovery option, and then I will restore the last backup with recovery option. So let's move to implement these steps. So this is the my trading database. I will first see what is the recovery model of my database right now. It's simple. For simple, we cannot create the log backup. So I have to change it to the full recovery model. I can change from here. Sorry, I have to select this one, and I will execute the command, and now it's changed the recovery model. If I want to see, I can check again. This is a full recovery model. I can change from here, or I can go here in the visual environment. I can change from here as well the recovery models. And after that I have to create the table. I will check it's already there. Yes, it's already I dropped, and now I will create this table with 200 records. If I want to see, I can see the table. It's have this records in this table with 200 rows. Then I will take the first full backup of my database. This backup will be stored on this location with the name of TradingDB. This is a full backup of my trading database. I can take from here the backup, or I can go here and right click. I can go in the tasks. I can take the backup from here as well. Here is the option, what backup I need. I can select that kind of backup. Because the recovery model is full, I can take the full backup, differential backup, or the transaction log backup. I can write here the backup file name, and then I can save this file on my selected destination. So I took the first full backup. The records in the table are 200. Then I will insert some more records in my table, which I created in the previous steps, and two records are inserted. Now this table has 202 records. Okay, and after that I will take the differential backup. This is the differential backup syntax, and I will take the differential backup after the full backup. Now this differential backup have the changes since the last full backup. So after that I will again insert some records in my table, and now there are 204 records into this table. Let's see, there are 204 records. After this inserting the records, I will take the log backup. To take the log backup, this is the syntax for the log backup. You have to mention here the log and you have to give the destination where it will be stored. So I will take the first log backup and log backup is successful. After first log backup, I will insert again some records in my table and two records are inserted. If I will see, it should be the 206 records now into my table. Yes. And after inserting the record, I will again take the second log backup with the name of trading db underscore log 2. This is the second log backup will be saved here. Now I have two log backups, one differential backup and one full backup. This point I have some problem. I need to restore my databases. So let's see what will be the steps of to restore the databases. First, I need to restore the full backup, which is saved at this location, and I will use this command that with no recovery and replace mean override the existing database. This is the full backup I will restore. It's restoring the full backup. Full backup is restored successfully. It's in a recovery mode, so I cannot use the database. If I will try to use to go into database, it's saying this database cannot be opened because it's in the middle of restore. Because of this flag, we have mentioned here no recovery because it's waiting for another backups to be restored. So we cannot, nobody can use this database right now. So I have to restore now the differential backup. This is the differential backup which I need to restore with no recovery option because after that there are some log backups. So differential backup is restored and now we have the two log backups. So to restore the log backups, we have to follow the sequence. First we will restore the first log backup and then the second log backup. But in case of differential backup, we need to only restore the last differential backup. In case of log backup, if I will try to restore only the last log backup, then there will be some error will come. So let's see if I will try to restore what error will come. So it's saying the log in the backup are set terminated as this log sequence number. System is maintaining the log sequence number. From this sequence number, it will know there is another log backup before to this. So it's saying which is too early to apply to the database. A more recent log backup that includes this sequence number can be restored. So it's asking log backup first with this sequence number need to restore. So we have to restore first this log backup which have that sequence number. Sorry, the restore the log backups. First log the log in this backup it is which is too early. So we have to see the error. So the first log backup is restored. And after that, I need also to restore the second log backup because log backups are incremental. We need to restore all. So the second log backup is also restored with recovery option that there is no more records. Now I can use this database and I can see the records in my table which should be 206, but it's 202.